Karine has now filed a restraining order on Paul, and she supposedly even left town with Pierre and a new man. Guys, you cannot make this stuff up. So much drama went down with Paul and Karine over the past few days that I'm sure you guys are well aware of. I even posted a video yesterday on all of the drama. However, after I posted that video last night and this morning, so much more drama went down. Stuff that I'm telling you guys, you could not even make up. So I figured I must fill you guys in, so let's not waste any more time and just jump into the nitty-gritty drama of everything that has since gone down. It all started when Paul was, not doing so well downstairs. Yes, this is very awkward, very weird, but he wasn't looking so good downstairs, so he went to the hospital, and that is when he found out that he does in fact have an S/T/D. Yeah, okay, I don't know why on earth Paul felt the need to share that with all of us on social media, but he did. So he shared that he is in the hospital and he has, the you-know-what, which is disgusting and weird. And anyway, he also did say, though, that he doesn't understand it because he has never once cheated on Karine, which pretty much just means that Karine has cheated on him. But that is literally just like 1% of everything that's going on. So after that happened, Karine supposedly filed a restraining order. Now, Paul, once again, posted the entire thing on social media, and I read through Karine's restraining order on Paul, and oh my god, you guys, I'm going to put a link above or below this video so you guys can read it yourself. It is very bad, disgusting, graphic, not anything that I even want to get into detail on this video because it is just that bad. And if it is true, if everything that Karine is saying about Paul in this report is true, the little respect I did have for Paul went out the window because it's disgusting, it's graphic, and it pretty much just says how physical Paul has been to her over the past, few weeks, months, or whatever, and he has been horribly disgusting. That's all I'm going to say towards her. Not good. And the icing on the cake is that now Paul claims that Karine has left town with their son Pierre and supposedly a new man. And he also said that this morning, the sheriff in, their area came to their house this morning and said, hey, we are looking for Karine and your son. And so Paul posted on social media basically just saying, if anyone knows where she is, please, please, please tell me, let me know, because the sheriffs are looking for her and I want to find my son. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. So now that I have, kind of gone through everything that's happened, let's backpedal really quick and let me do a little bit of a recap, share my 2 cents of everything that went down. So first, with everything going on with Paul downstairs with his manhood, I don't even have a comment. That is disgusting. Of course, Paul is going to twist it and make it seem like it's Karine's fault because she was clearly, she would have had to have been with another man, aka cheat on him for him to have the issue downstairs. I don't know. So on that situation, I really don't know. Put in the comments below what you guys think on that, but honestly, I don't even have a comment because it's so odd. And then if we fast forward over to the restraining order, honestly, like I said at the beginning of the video, the large majority of it was on Paul's being just physical and, not good and, dangerous basically. But there were also other kind of just odd parts. Like number one, she did say that Paul was the one that opened the case with CPS, Child Protective Services, on her. Remember in last video, I mentioned that there is supposedly, according to Paul, an open case on Karine with the CPS, Child Protective Services. Okay, Paul did not mention yesterday that he was the one that filed this case. He mentioned that there was an open case, an ongoing case, but he did not get into detail, and according to Karine, the case was opened by him. She also went into detail saying, number one, that Paul forces her to do videos for social media. Kind of hilarious, honestly, because if you go on Paul's social media, there are a ton of videos of them promoting products and stuff, and it's always Paul just ranting and raving, and then you can see in the background Karine standing there all mad and she's pouting, and so not really funny, but it is kind of funny because if you do go on Paul's social media, it's completely true. I don't know if that's grounds for a restraining order, but I guess she did throw it in. And she also said that she does not trust Paul's mom. That was kind of surprising because I thought Paul's mom actually really liked her, but she said that Paul's mom has witnessed this physical side of Paul, which is disgusting and weird, and she said that she refused to report Paul because Paul is her son. So that is not good. So she doesn't trust the mom, And she also said that Paul has cut off all ties to her accessing any of their money. Not his money, but their money. I don't know what they do for work. I don't know how they make any money. Maybe it's all from 90 Day Fiance. Maybe it's all from promoting products on social media. I don't know if they don't have jobs. I don't know what is going on, but she claims that they both have joint money and Paul has cut off all ability for her to access any of this money. There's one last thing I want to say on Paul and Karine. Like I said earlier, Paul has been doing all of these live streams, sharing everything down to the detail on what is going on social media. And after he read through the restraining order that Karine did file on him, he was claiming that number one, that was not her handwriting, and number two, they were all a bunch of words that in his words, she would never say. And he also said there is no way that she's the person that came up with that stuff and that it is all a blatant lie. Now, of course, he's going to try to save face to some degree because the stuff that was said in that restraining order was really bad. And the question remains, is it true? I have no idea. I'm like pulling my hair right now wondering whose side to take. Should I trust Karine? Should I trust Paul? I heard one of you guys, Nancy, comment saying, you know, he has his side, she has her side, and then we also have the honest side, the real side. So that's kind of where I'm standing. I think Paul is giving us a version of somewhat of the truth, and I think Karine is giving us some version of some truth, and then the truth lies somewhere in between. I just don't know. I don't know what to believe. I mean, could Karine really be cheating on Paul to the point where she, you know, ended up giving over the S_T_D to Paul, and that's how he ended up in the hospital? Could that really be true? My other question is, I know anyone can kind of just file a restraining order, but my question is, will this restraining order get passed? I mean, do they have to go through some kind of a due diligence? What is the process? Because if she does get the restraining order granted, will she go back to Brazil? Like, what is going to happen? Because according to her, she has no money, clearly, because she said that Paul cut off all ability for her to access any money. So how could she stay in the States? She would have to go back to Brazil. And, you know, Karine, in my opinion, did seem to be a pretty good mom. I doubt she's just going to leave Pierre here with Paul. She'll probably take Pierre. And then last but not least is that Paul did make the comments this morning on Instagram, once again, that the sheriff's office came to their house looking for Karine and looking for Pierre. I don't know if it's true. Paul had a little card that he posted on social media that said the sheriff's office, but it wasn't written out to Karine. It was a blank card that just said the sheriff's office and a couple other things. So that's kind of some proof, but could Paul be making this whole thing up? I mean, that's also possible too. I'm not saying it is, not saying it isn't. I'm just saying there is a possibility that maybe he's just fibbing too. Who really knows? But if Karine did run off with Pierre and some new man, my other question is, who is this man? Is it her trainer that I mentioned in yesterday's video, or is it someone else? And where did they go? So much stuff has been happening. I don't even know where to comment. The first thing first, I want to hear from you guys. I desperately want to know your guys' side to this story, what you guys think. You already know what I think. I don't know who to believe. I'm probably naive, but at first, I kind of was taking Paul's side yesterday, kind of vaguely. But then after reading that restraining order, now I'm like, all little respect I had for Paul is out the window, and I don't even want to think about that guy if that is true. But of course, there is always the possibility that Karine was either stretching the truth or maybe just fibbing just a little bit in that restraining order. I don't know what to believe. So guys, first, put in the comments below what you guys think. I hate to stand here and be Mr. Naive because of course Paul could just be lying and trying to save face and look good, but man, could it be possible that this new man that Karine is with helped her file the restraining order, and maybe he wrote the stuff a little bit more graphic and, aggressive than it really was, that Karine was really saying it was going to be? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's just a far-fetched help for cry that Paul came up with. I don't know. I probably sound stupid and naive, but I thought it was kind of interesting. And Paul is claiming that he is going to hire a lawyer, number one, and then he's going to get her in court and have someone translate exactly what was being said to Karine so Karine can really understand what was being said, because he thinks that she did not say that. And I, once again, am just standing here thinking, what is going on? What is the truth? Obviously at this point, clearly, unfortunately, they're done. I doubt they're ever going to get back together, and if they do ever get back together, they shouldn't be. By law, they should not be allowed to ever be together in the same house or be in a relationship because they have their just differences beyond differences beyond differences. I don't know what this means for Pierre. I don't know if he's going to stay in the US. I don't know if he's going to go back to Brazil. And I don't know what this means for the new baby, because those of you guys that missed the news, Karine is pregnant, and Paul was claiming at one point that he might not even be the father of this new baby. So I just can't even comment. I am at a loss of words. I think I have said enough. So before I sign off, I want to make one last real quick comment. It is my mom's birthday today. Right there, that is my mom, my lovely, sweet, dear mom. I love her to death. And it would mean the world to me if you guys could put in the comments below just a real quick happy birthday shout out. I'm going to show her all the comments. So if you guys could comment real quick, just say happy birthday, it would mean the world to me. And I think it would really mean a lot to her too. But with the 90 Day Fiance drama, it just never ends. You cannot make this stuff up. From Paul going to the hospital, to the restraining order, to everything in between, you could not possibly make this stuff up. And I have a hunch that this story is not done yet, because we need to find out, where is Karine? Who is this man that she is with? And what is going to happen to Karine, Pierre, and Paul? What is going to happen? Is she going to stay in the States? Is she going to go back to Brazil? We need to figure out what is going to happen. So the story is not done. I will keep you guys as informed as I possibly can. When new updates come out on social media, I will let you guys know, of course, here on the channel. So number one, please hit that like button. It means the world to me. I really appreciate it when you guys like the videos. And I also appreciate it even more when you guys comment and share your own thoughts. You guys come up with these kind of thoughts that I would never even have, thought of. And of course, I always do read the comments, believe it or not. And you guys have some thoughts that are different and entertaining and interesting. So if you don't mind, please also comment below your thoughts on this situation with Paul and Karine. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for many more videos.